So there are now 36 million individuals who are engaging in activity in the sport known as pickleball. What does that mean? ER visits due to injuries are on the rise. It's actually approximately over 10,000 individuals are visiting the ERs for injuries related to pickleball. So think about that. More people are getting engaged in this type of activity, more people are getting injured. So what can you do to prevent yourself from developing an injury or even supporting the fastest rate of recovery? Many of the most common injuries why individuals are going into the ER have to do with the joints. That starts off with the shoulder, so the rotator cuff, right? So rotator cuff tendonitis. There's also now a condition called pickle elbow, right? It's not just tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. We now have individuals developing issues with the elbow region, and there's a lot of tendons and ligaments connecting in this region. Then of course we have the wrist, right? So we want to watch out for falls or hitting or even just the repetitive motion of wearing out, and that can lead to other issues related to tendonitis. If we look at the lower extremities, we have issues with the knees, right? So we want to avoid the unhappy triad. That includes the ACL, the MCL, and the medial meniscus. Then we go further down to the ankle. We can have ankle sprains, we can have also the Achilles starting to wear out, and we can have also plantar fasciitis. And then in between is we have the back. So many individuals may start to experience inflammation in their back or may pull some muscles in the back. And so these are the most common reasons why individuals are going into the ER. So there are certain things you can do to prevent yourself from developing these potential injuries. So number one is make sure you have comfortable footwear. Don't wear dress shoes when you need to wear sports shoes or athletic shoes or tennis shoes, as we used to call them, right? So make sure you have the proper footwear. If you need a brace on any of your joints, whether it's the elbow or the knees or perhaps even a wrap around the ankles or even a wrist guard along the wrists, make sure you have the proper support. Next is stay hydrated, right? Most individuals are not used to engaging in certain exercise, and then when they push the limits, they forget about hydrating themselves. So drinking sufficient amounts of water and properly hydrating yourself with also electrolytes. Electrolytes are minerals that have charges, an electrical charge like a positive or a negative charge, and so make sure you're consuming sufficient minerals throughout your diet. Another thing you can do is be sure to stretch, right? Give yourself the proper warm-up before you engage in the intense competitiveness of any game of pickleball or whatever sport you are actually engaging in. Additionally, you can take food formulas, herbal formulas to support all areas of your body. So there's specific formulas such as Ligaplex 1 and Ligaplex 2 that have specific nutrients from foods that can nourish your tendons, your ligaments, and your bones. Now here's a key thing that I grew up with. I always would bend down at my knees and would hear my knees pop. Okay, so we called it snap, crackle, pop. Also, when I was younger and I trained in martial arts, I would be able to crack all the little bones in my hand the same way that Bruce Lee did in the movies, right? Before a fight, he'd crack, crack, crack. And then as soon as I started nourishing my bones and my joints, I noticed that I no longer had popping. So if you have any bones or joints that are consistently popping or cracking, or if you're receiving chiropractic care and you're not holding your adjustments very well, it's important to make sure that your joints and bones and ligaments are thoroughly supported with food-based formulas. So that's where Ligaplex 1 and Ligaplex 2 can come in. Both are rich in manganese-rich food. The other support you want to have is anti-inflammatory support. There's an amazing formula called Boswellia complex. It has boswellia, celery seed, ginger, and turmeric. And all four herbs are known to decrease inflammation throughout the body, not just in the joints. There's also an additional formula called turmeric forte, which is the most bioavailable turmeric. Also, there's the immediate need to ensure that your brain is sharp, because with pickleball or any type of sport, you're going to have to think fast. And you're going to want to have your nervous system operating at the highest level to make the quickest responses according to what's happening in the game. And so there's certain herbs like gotu kola. Gotu kola is an amazing herb to actually nourish the nervous system, as well as bacopa. So we have some amazing formulas that can help ensure that your brain is firing at all cylinders so you can stay competitive in the game of pickleball or whatever sport you're choosing to participate in. Additionally, there's also formulas to support your liver. Many individuals who have knee-related issues also we find have liver issues or adrenal issues. And beta-col, as well as some other formulas that contain beta-col, are not only excellent for the liver, but we've also found that they can be supportive of healthy joints. So if you have any questions about anything I've discussed, making sure you take best care of all your joints, you can minimize your potential for injury, and if you need to recover faster, I hope this information is helpful for you. Be sure to click on the next video where I dig deeper into the formula called Turmeric Forte, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.